Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are continuing our series of the cooperative board games which I haven't posted in for a while, and we are going to look at the Mind today. And this game is by Wolfgang Warsch, and I hope I say their name correctly, and it is published by Pandasaurus. This is a cooperative card game, and this is for 2 to 4 players, takes about 20 minutes to play, and it's for ages 8 plus. We just got this game and we have only tried playing it once, so I don't have like how well it works for us yet. But since it was a cooperative game, I decided to add it to my cooperative board game series, and we did end up playing this game once, but we were only able to play a couple of levels before we had to close the game down due to I think we had to go to soccer practice. So we had to go to soccer practice. So we had to close the game, and then we haven't gotten a chance to play it again. But the two levels that we played, we had fun. It was quick thinking, and it was, we still were not in one sync yet. So we couldn't play really fast. But I think we were just getting the hang of it before we had to close the game. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see what's in the box. And yeah, when the this I ordered this at Amazon, and the box did not come in the best of the qualities. It looks like I've been using this game forever, but honestly I've just used it once, and it was not really a good condition for the box that it came in. But because everything was in there, I did not go ahead and get a replacement for it. So now let's go ahead and open the box and see what's inside. All right, so let's open up the box together. And first of all, we have the rule book right here, or the rule sheet, because it's just like one page, sorry, front and back. Okay, so that's the rule sheet. Then we have, let's pull out all the cards. So these are the life cards. These two are life cards, but there are 5 life cards and 12 level cards. So these are level cards from level 1 to 10. And then these are the number cards, and they are mixed up now, but they were in order from 1 to 100, and they are mixed up now because since we were playing, we kind of shuffled them. And there are more life cards right here. So now I have all the 5 life cards, and these are throwing stars. Yeah, throwing stars, and they are 3 throwing star cards. Okay, so I will explain what each card does once we get into the details, and then these are the rest of the 1 to 100 numbered cards. Okay, so those are the contents of the box. Oh, and there are more cards in here that I left behind. Okay, these are all just number cards in here, right here. And then there is this Pandasaurus, like an advertisement of all the games that Pandasaurus publishes and sells. So that's just a sheet of it. So that's what was in the box. So now let's go ahead and see, talk about each of the different types of cards that comes in the box. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and see how to set up the game. All right, guys, let's look at all the different cards that are for the game. So let's start with the biggest deck, which is the numbered card deck, which are from 1 to 100. And these are just plain numbered cards. There is nothing on it other than the number they denote. So like this one is 92, which is upside down. Or I have the whole deck upside down. I don't know. Okay, so 93, 94, and it's not shuffled really well because we only played it once, but the cards are shuffled because we were playing it before, so but playing it earlier. So that's the 1 to 100 cards. So these are the cards that everyone will be distributed, and that's what we are going to play with. Then we are going to talk about the throwing star cards. Throwing star is at any point in the game, any player can suggest about using a throwing star card. And when you have this card, everybody will raise their hand to whether agree agree with the throwing star to use the throwing star card, and if you don't agree, then you don't raise your hand. Once everybody is agreeing that you are going to use the throwing star card, you place the throwing star card in back into the supply pile, and then everybody each player will discard their lowest card in the lowest numbered card in their hand, putting it face up on the side. Okay, and then the game will just continue from there. So that's the throwing card, and we will look into detail more about it into detail once we learn how to play the game. Then the life card is similar to any game that you play, and it has lives in it, and then you make an error or you die, you lose one life. So same way, when while playing the level, if some one of the players makes an error, you lose a life, and once all the lives have been used, the game is over and the team loses the game. Okay, then these are the level cards. There are 12 different level cards, and each level is becomes increasingly difficult. When they're on the level, it shows this card at the end of that level, and if you successfully complete this level, then you will get one additional life, and on successfully completing level 8, you will get a throwing star card. So there are opportunities of getting more lives and more throwing stars as you progress the levels, but the levels get difficult as the levels go up, and the last level is level 12. Once you complete all 12 levels without uh, finishing all the lives that you have, then you win the game. So that those are the level cards. Now let's go ahead and see how to set up the game, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we are going to set up this game for a two-player game. For a two-player game, we play all the 12 levels. For three-player game, you play levels 1 to 10, so you put aside level 11 and 12 cards back in the box. And for a four-player game, you play level 1 to 8, and then you put the rest of the four level cards back in the box. Okay, so right now we are setting up for level two-player game, so we will have all the level cards right here in the ascending order. Then since it is a two-player game, you will get two life cards, and the rest of the life cards will be put aside in the supply pile right here. And then we will get one throwing star card, so that we will put right here. Okay, and then these two will go back in the supply pile, since if we win the levels with this throwing star card, we will get one from the supply, and if we win the level with the life, we will get one life from the supply. Alright, so we have given each player one card for level 1, and the cards which players hold in their hand must be placed in the center of the table in ascending order, which means that the lowest card or the smallest numbered card should be placed first face up in the center, and then the in that order from, like, say 1 to 100, you put 1 first and then 100 last. In that way you will play the cards. Every player will put the cards one at a time. Even if one player has two consecutive numbers, say 23 and 24, they will first put 23, and then they can immediately play 24, but they cannot put 23 and 24 together. It has to be placed one at a time. Whoever believes that they have the lowest card currently in their hand can place the card, can simply play the card. There is no turn order in this game. So if I have 23, 24, 25, I can play all three of them one at a time, and the player next to me does not have to go after me. Any player, the second player doesn't have to go after me, or the third player doesn't have to go after the second player. Anybody can put any numbered card. Say I have 23, and then the third player has 24. If this was a three-player game, then the third player is going to put 24 before second player can play any number card. Okay, and in this, one important rule is that no one can disclose what numbered card they have. Absolutely no coordination or secret signs can be used in this game. This is basically just on the mind, or just by mind and syncing together with each other and putting the number in the ascending order. If all players place their card in the correct order from lowest to biggest, or lowest to highest, or smallest to biggest, then they win the level and they move on to the second level. When they come to the second level, each player gets two cards. So you take all the cards, shuffle them up again, and then each player gets two cards. And as the level goes up, say 3, then you get 3 cards, and 4, you get 4 cards. In the manner, at the end, the last level, which is 12 for 2 players, each player will have 12 cards in their hands. Okay, so that's how the game is. It's pretty simple game, but it has a lot of thinking, lot of coordination, lot of syncing more required in this game. So let's look at this level 1. So I have a 45. Now I this is kind of a mid number, and I'm a little bit confused, but I think 45 is still a higher number. So I will hope that the second player has the smaller number and they will go first. So let's look at the second player. But they have a 46. So if they thought that, oh, they will play 46 first and I have a 45, that means we lose a life because we made a mistake. When we make a mistake, all we do is take one of our life cards and put them back in the supply pile right here, and then anyone who has the lower cards than 46, they discard it, and then the game continues from there. So right now I have 45 and I'm the only player left. I can discard my 45 and the round is over and we win the round, and then we can move on to the level 2. And for level 2, we will take both these cards and I'm going to shuffle them more because this deck hasn't gotten shuffled that well yet. So I'm going to shuffle them more. So level 1 is done. I'm going to shuffle this and I'm going to give each player 2 cards. Okay. And then we are going to continue the game in the similar manner. So let's look at my card. So I have 18 and 56. So I think I'm going to go put 18 first. And then hopefully that the second player has number 3 in their hand. So now we lost the second life too. Okay, and that means we lose the game because I've lost all my lives. But say I did not play this card and they played level number 3, and then I played 18, and then they played 19, and then I played 56, then we win the level 2. And the level 2, when you win level 2, you get an additional throwing star card right here. Okay, so we'll put the level 2 card here and take one throwing star card from the supply and place it with us. Okay, now moving on to level 3. So again we will go ahead and give this deck a shuffle, and this shuffling is not doing that great, but let's go ahead and give each player 3 cards. Awesome. Now I'm going to look at my cards. So they are 68, 96 and 99. Definitely all cards bigger than what they have. So we're going to look at their card, and they have 91, 98, 90, 100. Okay, so say they played a 91. Okay, and then I say, hey, let's play a throwing star in this game. So everybody will raise their hands, and then if everybody agrees, they play the throwing star, which means that this throwing star will go to the supply pile. And then any card that is lower than 91 will be discarded. So my 68 will get discarded face up right here, and then the game will continue again. So I will play 96, and then they will play 98, and I will play 99 and 100. So then we win the round. And then once we win the level 3, we get one additional life. So we will put this level 3 on the completed levels, take one of the life card from the supply pile and place it with all our life cards. So basically that is the game. You keep playing each level with increasing amount of cards. So every level denotes the number of cards that you give. So level 4, each player will get 4 cards, and then you keep playing. If you lose all your life, you lose the game. And before you lose all your life, you win all the levels depending on how many players are playing, 2, 3, or 4, you win the game. This game is a very high concentration, keeping quiet game. So it kind of lets player focus and concentrate more. So now this was a short tutorial on how to play the game. So now let's go ahead and talk more about it in the final thought. Alright, guys, so this game is pretty easy to understand, pretty easy to explain, but a little bit difficult to play because it requires a lot of concentration, lot of guesswork, and lot of synchronization and thinking whether which player has the smallest card, or is my card that I have in my hand is the smallest, and should I play it, especially when you get those mid-level cards, like the 40s, 50s, 60s. You kind of are like worried whether your card is the smallest card or not. Needs a lot of concentration, lot of focus, lot of thinking, and paying attention in the game. And this game is mostly like the crew is a little bit different, where you're like making sets. In this game you are just putting the numbers in ascending order, but there is no talking, which is another factor that I really like this game, because my son talks a lot. So the crew is one I like because he there's absolutely no talking or limited talking, and in this game you really don't have to talk anything, even when you want to play the throwing star, or even you want if you want more time to think, you just don't talk, you just like kind of keep focusing and not interact with each other that much. Let your mind sink together, and that is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for games that my kids can play, but make less noise and talk less. My son talks a lot, and that is one of the things I need him to stop doing, and this game is really good for that, just like the crew. And I think I really like this game. I like the concept of the game. I still have to try it with him again to play this game completely, to for me to understand if he really understands it or not. And then in the rule sheet there is one more challenge game, which I'm going to let you guys figure out. One If you have this game, you already know what it is, but if you do get this game, I will let you figure out that challenge yourself. I'm not going to talk about it in this video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This video is really short, the game is short, the game is fun, and I think this game is going to be an absolute hit once I start playing properly with my son. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. Leave me a comment if you have played this game. Are you interested in playing games like this, which where there's no talking at all? Leave me a comment below, and I would definitely reply you back. And I would love to read your comments. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop of all the new videos I post. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye.